To set up the story, Enes, basically in a nutshell, you are a man, in your words, that is countryless right now.
Yes.
So let's hear the story. I mean, in your words, take us through what in the world is going on.
I was in a global tour with my foundation. So I was just going to visit the Pacifics, and then my last stop was Indonesia. So when I went to Indonesia, the first day we had a basketball clinic that night with that school. So after that school, everything was fine. I went back to my hotel and started sleeping. Went to sleep. So around 2:30 in the morning, my manager knocked my door and said, "Okay, come in."
The gentleman who's here right now?
Yes,
Okay,
the gentleman right
gotcha.
there.
Gotcha.
He said, "Okay, we need to talk." I said, okay. And I went to his room, and he said, "We got a problem." I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Local contact just called. The Turkish government called Indonesia and said, the guy who's there right now, the Enes Kanter, he's a dangerous man."
Dangerous?
He's a dangerous man. So that's why the Secret Service and the U.S. And then the Army of Indonesia went to school and was looking for me. They said they just want to talk to me.
But so Secret Service and an army came to find you.
They just want to talk to me. They said the Turkish whatever, the embassy called or Turkish government whatever called, said he's a dangerous man. We just want to talk to him.
But when you first heard this, that they wanted to talk to you, and you first were approached by that, was it what the first interaction that you had? Was it threatening? Did you? I mean, it sounds pretty threatening to me.
If the army's coming to find you, it's usually not for good reason.
I knew it was not going to be a talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew it was going to be at least probably arrest, because I know a lot of my friends got arrested in Malaysia. Not arrested, a lot of them kidnapped and sent it back to Turkey, deport back to Turkey.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
Did you think that this was going to happen to you?
Probably.
So let's set this up real quickly. The President Erdogan in Turkey kind of had a coup almost happen against him by an opposition leader who you were friendly with.
Yes.
And so because it was knocked down, President Erdogan basically arrested and disciplined a lot of people. You were included in that, and that's why they were looking for you, correct?
This actually started a year ago with the fake coup attempt. That's why you say fake coup attempt, because he wanted to be the one-man show. So he did the coup attempt to his own country so he can control everything.
Yep. I watched.
Army,
I remember watching that on the news.
The military,
the whole night.
There is not even one evidence. Nobody could find one evidence that the part of the movement I am in, his Met movement, and the Mr. Fethullah Gülen involved in the coup attempt. So that's why they were going crazy, because there is not even one evidence. So I was like, okay, what should we do? To my manager, he was like, we need to leave the country. I said, but we have a schedule of programs tomorrow, the basketball clinic, the media, and everything.
And you are where? You're not in Romania right now.
I'm in Indonesia.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm in Indonesia.
Okay.
And then he said, we need to escape. We need to kind of escape the country.
Wow.
So we left the hotel. We looked at the first flight. It was a 5:30 Singapore. We went to airport, and we just kind of escaped the country. We left the country. He said, we need to do this so before everybody wakes up. So when the plane
flight
took off,
pretty empty?
No, it was full.
Because you're not going to blend in. You're 6'10". You look like a tight end. So is it like this on the plane? I mean, if I'm you, I would imagine until that door is sealed and I'm actually on the tarmac and I'm generating some height, I'm terrified.
My manager was telling me, just don't go around, don't smile at people too much, it's everything. So we left. We went to Singapore, and then we came to Romania. That's where all craziness started.
Meaning craziness. What happened in Romania?
What happened in Romania?
Hasn't even started
I
yet.
know. That sounds
Go ahead.
I give my passport to the policeman. He looked at it. And after a while, he said, okay, you need to come with me. So I was just walking, sitting down, and then he went inside in a room and just looked at something, and then he came back and said, your passport is canceled. I was like, my passport is canceled. What happened?
Yeah.
He was like, Turkish embassy just said, your passport is being canceled. I mean, you cannot enter the country. I was like, but what is the reason? Why is my passport canceled? He said, it's a secret, we can't tell. It's a secret, we can't tell, but you just cannot enter the country. That moment I was thinking about, I need to leave that country as soon as possible, or they're gonna say, okay, you know what, you got no country, your passport being canceled, you cannot go back to America. You know what, we'll send you back to Turkey.
What would have happened if you had gotten sent back to Turkey?
If I go back to Turkey, probably the second day you won't hear a word from me ever again.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Enes Kanter is with us in studio. Of course, he's on the Thunder. This story, it's been, not just on the sports. It's transcended the news at this point. There's a lot to digest there. So okay, so you're not going to go back to Turkey. That much is established. But aren't you afraid that even just being on American soil, are they that motivated to make you disappear?
And also,
I'd be nervous.
And also, why are they after you?
Huh?
Why are they after you?
The reason that they're after me is the President Erdogan wants robots around him. He doesn't want no human. He doesn't want nobody to ask him questions.
He wants yes men.
So if somebody asks him questions, if somebody questions what he's doing, or if somebody doesn't like his tie, doesn't like this, doesn't like anything, doesn't like his shirt color, whatever. I'm just giving an example. So he's trying to just make him, look.
He wants one uniform voice, and you're contrary to what he's trying to preach.
I've
been outspoken because there's a lot of people out there. I mean, if you look at the Amnesty International report, and there's been after the coup attempt. I mean, if you want to look if you want to understand who did the coup attempt, you have to look at the results. And the numbers shows that after the coup attempt, he, shut down schools, dormitories, universities, over 2,000, and 130,000 people are in jail right now.
Wow.
Innocent people. And there's 17,000 of them are women, pregnant women, old women.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then, if you look at it, he's fighting against education, because who shut down schools? Who will shut down the hospitals? Who will shut down universities?
Education leads to independent thought. Independent thought leads to where you are right now.
So
he doesn't want that.
Where are you sitting now as it pertains to citizenship anywhere? Obviously, it can't be Turkey.
No.
You would like for it to be in the United States. So what happens?
I was making a joke. I told the media this morning. I'm conscious. I'm open for adoption. For adoption. But of course, I have my green card. That's how I get into United States. By the way, I have my green card, and I think it takes 5 years. I have to take a green card to become an American citizen, but I'm going to try to speed up the process.
Now, if we have this right, it's one thing to be disconnected from country, but your family has a completely different view than you as well.
Yes.
So you can't even communicate to your family right now. Is that true?
Last time I talked to my parents is probably close to 2 years.
Oh, man.
Right now, I can speak to my family, my mother, my brother, sister, whatever, or my friends in Turkey. If they know that they texted me, they've been talking to me, they'll put them in the jail.
Really? Oh, wow. And they'll follow
the next
that,
day,
obviously,
yes, and they've been listening to the phones and everything. So, even if you make a phone call, whatever, on Viber, on WhatsApp, whatever, they will.
Yeah. So is your family actually against your stance in this political fight, or do they just have to say that?
Well,
good question.
Well, they're, of course, I believe they're still on my side. But right now, I cannot communicate with them. I can tell them, what's happening? What's right? What's wrong?
Do you know if they're okay?
My brother is here. He's going to Xavier College.
University of Ohio? Xavier, the Musketeers?
He actually, he's playing basketball. He's in university. He's good. He was actually drafted, and he put his name back.
I see. I got you.
Today. So he's going to join the University of Xavier.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many other Turkish? I know Heydar Turkoglu. But how many other Turkish players right now are in the NBA? What kind of? Are they going through anything similar?
No, because they don't really talk about what's going on. There's 2 more Turkish players, and one of his name is Ömer Aşık. And
that's right.
Pelicans.
Right.
The other one is Ersan Ilyasova is in the Hawks. So I talk to him sometimes, because the Ersan Ilyasova, they traded him to OKC beginning of the season. So the first day he told me, okay, sit down, let me hear the story from your side.
Yeah.
Because it was after the coup attempt.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, sit down, let me hear the story from your side. So I was just trying to tell him, trying to explain what happens and everything. But I hope you believe me.
Yeah. What about you made you want to speak out against President?
Because I see all this. I see all these people. I see all these innocent people. I see all this, people getting tortured, people getting raped. If you see what happened last week in Washington.
Yeah.
He told his bodyguard, Erdogan, told his bodyguard to just attack the people.
Yeah.
So he's doing all this craziness in front of the whole world. So think about what he's doing, his own country behind the curtains in the jails.
Now, you described him as the Hitler of Turkey. Is that right?
Our century. Hitler our century. Because he's brainwashed people. He's using religion to brainwash people. That's the easiest way to just control people in Turkey.
Yeah, so that's a good way to describe it. It's when Enes Kanter with us here, by the way, in studio, of course, and his story is just amazing. And the more we talk, it gets more and more amazing. We don't have a ton of time here, but as Americans, we talk about so many problems we have here, whether it's racism, whether it's political, fractions and fractures. When you look at America, does it seem much better maybe than we even sometimes make it out to be? Like, how do you view America right now?
Well, I don't really want to compare how good is America to Turkey. I mean, if that's why when I land in America, I'm like, oh, I'm home. You know what I mean? Because yes, that's what I feel like. Because I mean, that's where I earn my money, that's where I earn my respect, that's where I play basketball and everything.
You feel safer here.
Yes, way safer. I don't think they can do anything in America. I mean, if they're that crazy, then I can't do nothing about it. But like, when I think about America, like if you look at it, I remember it was even when I was young. When I would think about America, I still remember the one word is free. So the freedom of speech.
You mean when you heard that in school?
Yes, like when I was in like 5th, 6th, whatever grade. So the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, people respect you. I mean, if I look at, I'm a Muslim player, and if you look at how OKC player been treating me, how the organizations are treating me, and my first team, Utah Jazz, was treating me, it was definitely amazing. I mean, they only want one thing: if you respect them, they respect you.
We do still abide by that two-way street here in the States, no doubt. Wish we had more time. Enes, we're rooting for you, pal. I know that Russ texted you. He said, hey, hashtag free. I mean, there's nothing that it seemingly can't do, so maybe Westbrook can get you to the United States for good. I mean, he did everything else this year. Your boy Russ, I mean, I know he's reached out to you a little bit, right, real quick?
I mean, he's an amazing guy, man. I mean, not just him. I mean, Steven Adams was texting me, said, let me know if you need me there. He was just like, let me know if you need me there. All the senators was texting me and helping me. All this, the U.S. senators, all this, the OKC Thunder was texting me. All this, Homeland people. That I really want to thank him. Homeland Security was, just bringing me back to
good man right there.
Definitely.
What's the next step for you? Like, what do you do now?
Becoming an American citizen.
That's all you're focused on. Obviously, you're focused on the NBA and the off-season, but
because we're gonna play against Toronto Raptors one day.
Yeah.
So I need to travel the country. I need to travel outside of the
country. Take a Maiden's Day. Everybody's got a few built into the schedule.
I need to travel and just play against them.
I didn't even think about that. So because you don't have a passport right now.
No passport. I can't travel.
You can't play the Raptors.
We got to get this resolved here.
Yeah, definitely.
10 seconds. Cavs, Warriors. Who wins the NBA Finals? Who's going to win? Real quick.
I hate Warriors. I'll say Cavs.
I hate Warriors.
That just sounded ominous.
I hate Warriors.